Damn it, Steve. Why'd you convince me to take Leo's car? Of all cars, it's a Honda.
It was the only car in the driveway. What'd you expect?
It's fucking cold out here. What the fuck? We're straight in the middle of nowhere. Leo's left for dead because he wouldn't leave his car.
Leo's dead? When did Leo die?
We left him for dead because he wouldn't leave his precious Honda.
I guess we did kind of leave him, didn't we? I thought he was following us. Should we go back?
Well, Leo's dead.
Was that Leo or his car?
I don't know, but it sounded like a girl, and I always thought Leo was kind of a girl.
I thought he had a pair of nuts, but I guess not. Should we go back and check on him?
Did you hear those noises a second ago? Let alone Leo screaming.
Maybe he just had a bowel movement.
I'm not risking it. Run, son of a bitch, run!
Run!
Oh, fuck, run, Steve, run! God damn it, no! Look at Kevin, run!
Let's go to that cabin that is so strategically placed in the woods here.
Kevin! Run! G-Scoob! Get in, oh shit! Quick, close the door! What the fuck, ambiance music?
I hear something. What is that?
Hold the door!
What is
Hold the
that?
door! It's the monster!
Alright, you stay here. I'll be back in about 15 minutes.
Come back, you gigantic
You'll get
pussy!
the boards. I'll be right back.
You can find all of our podcasts at everydaygaming.society.com, as well as our Facebook, Everyday Gaming Society. You can find our podcasts, all of our previous podcasts, on the iTunes Pod app, EGS Productions, as well as Podkicker.
Toilet paper.
What the fuck is that supposed to do? And why the hell did Leo scream like a girl? The fuck? Will our heroes survive? Tune in next week to answer the unwritten questions. Why did they take a crappy Japanese vehicle made by Honda? And why did Leo scream like a girl? Did Nate and Steve survive? What did they do with the toilet paper? Tune in next week for EGS Productions Podcast to find out.
What is going on, everyone? Thank you for listening to the Halloween-themed podcast opening song for fucking New Year.
I'm starting to love our new intros.
Oh, holy shit. They get darker and darker each week.
Yes, but it's art imitating real life.
Real
It's
life?
colder than shit outside. It seems like the Arctic, and I just got done watching The Thing. So basically, it fits.
It all mashed in very, very well. Leo, sorry that we made you sound like a girl, but you know what? You're not here recording with us, so...
Yet again.
That was the closest sound that we could get to your voice, Leo, was some chick screaming. Sound clip.
I love you, Leo.
We love your Japanese car as well. So, is it...
What's up, you guys?
Is it
me,
nice?
Nate.
Is it nice to have power back? Finally? I know our last podcast, we finally got power, but now we have hit the point to where the abominable snowman has came and shit all over Michigan.
First off, let's finish introducing ourselves. I'm Nate.
And I'm Steve.
And welcome to Podcast 82.
Yes, we are at number 82, and this is the number 2 of the new year.
Yep.
Was the first one kind of shady for you after a bottle and a half of champagne?
Actually, no, I had no hangover.
Well, I'm sure you didn't have a hangover. It's just you kept on saying, I'm drunk. I don't know how many times during the podcast.
It was just my excuse for my illiteracy. I can't read. So anyway, guys. Yeah, it's been kind of crappy because it's been like negative, 15?
No, with the wind chill today got down to negative 32.
Yay!
And plowing snow. And then as soon as you get your drive plowed out, the
Mother
fuckers
Nature
will
poops
come.
all over it again.
Well, yeah, besides Mother Nature, that bitch. The fuckers will come through with the snow plow and plow out the subdivision and plow your driveway back in.
It's like,
I actually flipped them off a couple days ago.
Thanks, Dick.
Well, we got all that snowfall. I shouldn't have, but I did because I was pissed. Because I was breaking my fucking back. My back still is really fucking sore.
Your back? I had a fucking hand shovel out all of our driveway. You guys at least have like a tractor and a snowblower.
Yeah. Which I refused to use because I wanted the cardio workout, and so I did the majority with the hand shovel, and then I just said, "Fuck this."
I don't like the sweat.
So we actually got some fan mail that we knew about last week, but we did not get to it.
We completely ignored. No, because
no, we did.
We didn't ignore
dick.
But it would be nice if you guys wrote it in email form.
Yeah, it would be great, but you know what? PlayStation and Xbox and those other ways, that is always welcome as well. So we have this coming up from PSN ID is Tigers fan. He wants to know, Nate, what would you...
What would I do for Klondike Bar?
No.
I'd kill you right now with this mic.
He wants to know, what would Nate improve on with the Wii U?
The Wii U, that's a toughie. First, I think we need to fire everyone from the ground up. And then we need to...
Hire in squirrels. Train orangutans.
Trained Russian squirrels.
Oh, Russian squirrels now.
Yep, they can get anything.
Okay.
No, I just... What I think they should change the Wii U is that they need to change the direction. It's great and all that they have base games that they've had ever since the NES that they could pull from. You know what I mean? It's great. I love it. It's awesome nostalgia factor. But the thing is, they need to branch out and start competing with the other two major consoles out there, Xbox and PlayStation. They need to start actually getting in the battle with that stuff because they've never been in the running. Like, the only thing they've been in the running for is when they had the GameCube, because they actually had some AAA titles on there, like a Resident Evil, and
which is really a Sony title.
Which is really a Sony title, but the thing is they need to continue on that track and start bringing out their own AAA titles. It's like, don't get me wrong, I love Mario, I love Donkey Kong, I love Zelda, but the thing is they need to start competing in the big boy world.
I think so, too.
Don't get me wrong, I love Nintendo. I've always loved Nintendo. I love Nintendo ever since the NES, the Super Nintendo.
You just despise the Wii U every week in the podcast.
Well, I don't hate the Wii U. You know, it's like I was overzealous when I said they had only like 2 titles last week. You know what I mean? But the thing, because I was at Walmart the other day with you, and I counted. They actually have 32 titles for the Wii U. Granted, like half of them are like Mario... this, or Donkey Kong that, or Zelda this.
Same titles that we've seen for the past 20 years.
The thing is, they're not really doing anything groundbreaking. It's like they said, oh, we're doing something groundbreaking by putting a screen in the controller. But the thing is, even with that, they screwed up because they don't have a long battery life at all. Like, there's so many complaints that the battery life for the Wii U controller is ridiculous. Like, it basically holds your gaming experience hostage.
Yeah.
Because as soon as your battery dies, you have to wait for it to recharge.
Yep.
It's just common facts, you know what I mean?
That was a flaw in the design, people.
I don't know, it's... With that, you know what I mean? I do have an article for Wii U, because I plan on giving them a little bit of props this week, but the thing is, take this all with a grain of salt, because these titles are... regular proven titles that Nintendo has been doing for years. Like, one in particular is Donkey Kong Country's Tropical Freeze. I mean, it's supposed to release February 21st of this year. And then as well as Mario Kart 8, for God's sakes. You know what I mean? Like, Mario Kart has been around since...
Super Nintendo.
Actually, the original NES. There's been a Mario Go-Kart.
Was there?
Yeah.
On the NES?
The original NES.
I guess I never played on the NES.
It was a very obscure title. Like, no one really played it because, like, the steering was terrible with the D-pad.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course.
I mean, it's...
You got what technology was back in the day when you played that, but that was groundbreaking when that happened. That was like, holy shit, look what we're doing.
But they do have a couple of, like, unknown titles that are coming out. You know what I mean? They have X, which is going to be one of Wii U's hardcore series, which is the Xeno Chronicles, but Xeno X-Blade Chronicles is the previous game in the series, is widely considered one of the best Wii U games. Unfortunately, it costs $70 if you're a JRPG fan. Also, they have Shin Magi Tensu X Fire Album. It was originally a Sega game that Nintendo acquired, and now they're going to bring it out as well. And they have Hirokyu Warriors or something like that. It's Hyrule Warriors. Harukyu or Haryu Warriors.
I'm sure John LeCun and Zach are just bashing you right now because you're mispronouncing it so horribly.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, they're also coming out with Boyonetta 2, you know what I mean, for the Wii U. The sequel to the Xbox 360 and PlayStation original come out exclusively only for the Wii U. So it's an exclusive for the Wii U, but the thing is, it's like these titles have been done before. You know what I mean? It's not a question of hatred. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, when I complain a bitch, I love doing it because, you know what I mean, they make it so easy for me because I'm a hardcore gamer. Like, as far as like history goes, as far as gaming. You know what I mean? The Wii U is supposed to be an accumulation of everything from the original NES up to this point. And they haven't really shown that they've grown in the past, like, 50 years. They really haven't.
The Wii was big when they had their controllers. That was, like, their
that was
huge thing.
That was their thing. That was their niche. That was something groundbreaking. But the thing is, it wasn't groundbreaking as far as game titles go.
No, as far as game titles go, no.
I mean, like, granted, they did another groundbreaking thing. They put a screen in the game controller. But the thing is, they still didn't do anything groundbreaking with their games.
All right, well, good question. Thank you for sending that in, Tigers fan. Second question, and last question that we have for this week. For fan mail, comes from Dragon Gagers. Is, what next-gen system are we each going to be getting? Leo says that he's going to be getting the PS4 or the Wii U. I myself...
Seriously? The Wii U?
Yeah.
Remind me to bitch slap him later. No wonder we left him for dead.
Or we should put in our soundbite of him screaming in the background.
Little girl.
So anyway. I would go with the Xbox One.
It's like me, I'd go with the Xbox One, but the thing is, like, I'm not console bound. You know what I mean? Like, if, like, alright, say Xbox One continued with its rampage of terror of, like, holding games hostage, and you have to log in every hour on the hour just to play, and everything's not backwards compatible, and you couldn't share games like you normally could. I mean, yeah, I probably would have went to the PlayStation. But the thing is, I like Xbox because of these reasons. It's not so much the gaming experience, it's the whole entire experience as a whole for a console. They've always been on the cusp of adding more. They've had online streaming of Netflix, Hulu, like any kind of video streaming. They were the first console to actually do that kind of thing, if memory serves me right. And now that they've just added to it, making it a set-top box for cable, I mean, that just shows me that, like, hey, I could justify dropping $500 on a console because they're giving you so much more. I'm not game-bound or console-bound to one type of company. You know what I mean? It's like, I'll play a video game. If the video game's awesome, I will beg, borrow, and steal a copy or go over to a friend's house and play it on their console. Because it's not because I don't want to. It's because I'm poor. You know what I mean? I can't... It's like, I can't go out...
We live in Michigan.
I can't go out and drop... Like, we're gamers on a budget. Normally, most people are. You know what I mean? Like, I go out and I search for the deals. If I can find it at a good price, I will go for it. But the thing is, I'm not going to go out every title that drops, like some people do, and just drop the money. I don't have money to drop $70 every time I feel like, oh, that looks like okay. You know what I mean? I like researching my games.
The bad thing about that is you go buy the game, $60 on average for a game. Turn around, beat it in 3 days, take it back to your local store where you bought it from, and they might give you a trade back within the first 7 days, but they're only going to give you 40 of the 60 or half price or whatever that could be.
But the thing is with that, it's like I don't feel that anyone could really truly beat a game in 3 days' time and feel like they fully enjoyed the experience.
Enjoyed? No. Understand? Yes. Because people can sit down and read a fucking book in less than a day's time and know everything that's in that book, word for word. But can they sit down and get the feeling and get the rhythm of what your characters are going through and how the emotions are and what the settings are? Probably not, no.
It's kind of like the BioShock series. I can sit down and play those games every single time because I enjoy the story. It still gets my heart pumping. You know what I mean? It's a fun game to play, and you go back and you notice, oh, I missed this. I never realized this. And the story keeps evolving, and there's other like external things to help you enjoy the story, as far as like the book called Rapture. It's like you read that and you get a better backstory into Andrew Ryan's mind, his neuroses, and his messed up psychology and the way he thinks. And it's same with BioShock Infinite. It's like I could sit there and play that game all day and still miss things. It's people to understand. It's like, yeah, you're a monster. You're a badass. You could beat a game in under fucking 15 hours.
You can have 500,000 gamer score, but
did you really sit and like you could have like the highest gamer score in the world, but did you actually get to sit and enjoy that game without missing a bunch of stuff? Actually get immersed into the world and enjoy it.
I find myself doing that quite a bit, where we're doing achievement guides and whatnot, and you're there hunting for the achievements, and you're there grinding and doing things over and over and over again, and get this one fucking thing to pop up in your screen, so you can re-render, re-upload, and put it up on YouTube for the community. And yeah, you do lose the aspect of what a game actually is to sit and to enjoy. So I would find myself, borrowing another game from somebody, renting or whatnot, just a totally different game, so I can sit down and play it for a course of a month or whatnot, just so I can understand.
Speaking of which, do you still have my BioShock 1 and 2 game? Because Megan wants to borrow them.
I don't.
Well, mine are missing.
Along with the
last person that had
I still have your BioShock book.
Just saying.
Uh-huh.
Looking at you.
You can look at me all you want. What happened to your...
You sold them for drugs, didn't you?
Yes, I sold them for hookers. That's what I did. What happened to your Halo Reach CD? What happened to your Halo 3?
What do you mean?
Aren't they missing?
No, they're just scratched the piss out of. Thanks to my dumbass brother.
Oh, okay. So
but the thing is,
maybe your dumbass brother...
You borrowed them. I let you borrow them, and that was the last time I saw them. I'm not saying that... They could be still there, buried in all your shit.
I guarantee you they are not.
Then where the fuck did they go?
I have no idea.
That's it. EGS is dissolved. Give me back my fucking games.
Didn't memory also serve me correct that I bought you one of those BioShock titles?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes, I did.
No.
I bought you the second one.
No.
Yes. Yeah, I bought it for a Christmas gift.
Oh, so you could take them back without saying an Indian giver?
That's what it is. Damn it, you have found out my truth.
So you take back the second title, you keep the first one as a booby prize just because you spent out the money?
That's right. That's what it is. No, seriously, I seriously do not have those anymore, no.
Megan wants to borrow them, and I don't know where the fuck they went, because I went to go look at my gaming shelf, and I go like, the last time I saw them were at your house, because I brought them over for some reason.
Brought them over so I can play through the first one and then do achievement guides on the second one. That was it.
Yep, and I do not know what happened to them afterwards.
Just saying. Maybe the dog ate it. Maybe the chinchilla ate it.
Maybe your dog ate it, yeah.
Your dog ate it. Yeah, your
Well, we'll just have to go through your gaming library and find them.
I'm sure they're not there, but okay.
Yeah, because I sold them for drugs.
I found a PlayStation, or I found one. I own a PlayStation version of the BioShock first one.
How'd you afford a PS4, you asshole? Yeah, you sold all my games. I see how it is.
I sold all your 2 games that I stole from you.
See what Leo started with these stinking questions?
What? Hatred and feud for the first 15 minutes of us talking?
It just made me remind myself, it's like, what the hell happened to my BioShock games? I've been meaning to ask you about them for the past month. And now
they're in your room.
Suspicion and hatred has loomed into the EGS Productions podcast. Where's my games, goddammit?
I don't fucking have them.
Anyway.
Xbox One sales have now passed.
Oh, so we're done with the questions now?
Million.
We're actually going to go to a title?
Questions.
Yeah, we're done? Okay.
Well, we can say that we got over 1.1 million views on our YouTube channel.
Woohoo! Give us more.
Give us more.
I'm not greedy.
You fucking greedy bastard.
I bring you awesome intros every week. At least you guys can give me that.
All right. What do you have in video game news?
I don't know. Go ahead.
Of course you don't.
I'm depressed now because now I can't find my BioShock games.
Fuck you. So, PS4 sales have gone over 4.2 million. So the PS4 is actually beating out currently the Xbox One. As far as that coming back out and consoles being sent back, I have no idea. So 343 Industries is reassuring everybody that has the Xbox One currently that it is still going to be coming out in 2014. Previous podcast, there was some discrepancies that it was not going to be coming out, but of course, that was a rumor, and they finally confirmed that, yes, it will be coming out. I just do not have a date for you guys at this moment.
So, everyone knows my stance on the Aliens Colonial Marines game.
Yeah.
There's a new title coming out for the Aliens world. It is called Alien Isolation. It is going to be a horror title, and the Alien Isolation has been revealed by Sega with an announcement trailer. You can find their trailer on YouTube right now as well. And the game is going to be coming to PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One, and PC in late 2014. You will fit the role of Amanda Ripley and the daughter of Ellen Ripley, who briefly appeared in deleted scenes from the James Cameron's 1986 Aliens movie.
Very cool.
It has not been announced that Gearbox will be sending it out to a third party to make it completely crappy. But who knows? Maybe we'll get an actually good Aliens title.
I'm hoping it's going to be good. They put 3 years into it for development, and as far as testing-wise, I'm not sure. I'm anxious to see what kind of a multiplayer they're going to have, or if it's going to be...
I don't think it's going to have one.
No, I'm sure it will not
co-op,
be
maybe.
Strict single player. Yeah, they will have co-op, I'm sure, but they got to have some type of capture the flag, or capture the alien egg, or run away from the predator, run away from Arnold Schwarzenegger.
What's that got to do with Alien? Stop trying to cross-platform games and movies.
Hey, you didn't play that game, Alien vs. Predator?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, it was fucking horrible, right? I was just waiting for Arnold to come into the screen and just murder you. So
I put the baby in the maid. So anyway,
oh man,
there's this big controversy going online right now. PlayStation and Microsoft people are just like slugging it out. It's like, oh, we sold more consoles than you, yada yada yada. But supposedly, no offense, Sony, I'm not believing these numbers because I don't think they're the actual correct numbers. But according to Sony has sold 4.2 million PS4s worldwide.
Which I have covered, and Xbox One has sold 3 million. Yep.
But the thing is, Microsoft sold more consoles in a shorter period of time. In the month of November alone, they sold 2.1 million copies, or 2 million units, of Xbox in an 18-day period. So, and PlayStation, their numbers are from the day of release till current. So, in the long run, they sold more consoles, but Xbox has sold more in a shortest amount of time. Anyway, Xbox Live Deal of the Week offers up Far Cry Getaways. Anxious to take a trip anywhere beautiful yet suspiciously dangerous? Well, from until January 14th, Microsoft is discounting the Far Cry content on Xbox 360 as part of a deal week promotion. For $5, you could snag Far Cry Instinct, Predator, and Far Cry 2 and Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, dropping $15, you will get Far Cry 3. While an extra $5 will secure you the Deluxe Bundle DLC, full of additional single-player missions and unique wild game to hunt, and a variety of weapon unlocks for the campaign and multiplayer. Far Cry 3 is a very successful
dripping in sex,
dripping
all in one
sex.
article. Oh, baby.
Lust and awesomeness all in one. But anyway, a successful game from Ubisoft helped to steer the company towards focusing on more open world games. Ubisoft created Far Cry 4 and will clearly happen to drive the composer Cliff Mantes.
That was tough for you.
Yeah. I can't read. I failed English class. I confuse organisms with orgasms.
Or to orgasms, yes, all the time. I do the same.
But anyway, that's the deal I told you this week. But there is also confusion over a competition. Ubisoft sent out a conflicting information regarding its content for Europe. The Wild Expeditions pack definitely is happening, but for the US, a Far Cry compilation has been announced and will not include the original Far Cry game. And this only heading and this is only heading to the PS3 on February 11th for $39.99. If that's true, it's a real shame. Certainly devalues the offering of the compilation. So for PlayStation, it's going to be limited, but Xbox 360 is not going to be. Sorry, guys. I don't know why they did that, but they did.
It's really stupid to have your entire box set of everything in one series and leave something out.
But anyway, the top 10 blockbuster games to look forward to in 2014 is as follows. Bayonetta 2, which I talked about earlier in the Wii U discussion, is going to be coming out, and it's exclusive to the Wii U only. Dark Souls 2 for the PC, PS3, and Xbox 360. God, I can't even talk tonight. I think it's the carbon monoxide fumes.
That's what it must
eating
be.
my brain. Destiny by Activision and 343 or by Bungie. God damn it.
Fuck this. Restart.
Destiny by Activision and Destiny. PS3, Xbox 360.
Hold on. You said Destiny and Destiny.
Fuck. Scratch that. Destiny by Activision and Bungie is going to be available for the PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One, as well as PC.
Everything but the Wii U, basically.
Yeah, basically. Drive Club, no idea what the fuck that game is. It's going to be available for only a Sony and PS4. Valkyrie is going to be available for CCP and PC only. Metal Gear Solid 5, Ground Zeroes, and Phantom Pain. Konami, PS3, PS4, and Xbox 360 and Xbox One. And there's another game that's coming out that I was looking forward to. Project Spark is done by Microsoft. It's going to be available for PC, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. Thief, which I'm looking forward to because I saw the mechanics of this at the crappy games we call the awards.
VGX.
The VGX Awards. But they did have some cool in-depth interviews. Thief is going to be done by Square Enix, which is going to be also available for PC, PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. Titanfall, which is another AAA title that everyone's waiting for this fall, is going to be done by EA, PC, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. X, which I talked about in the Nintendo, is exclusive for the Wii U. So, PlayStation 4 just got a little better. Or a lot better, according to this. God damn it, article, come back. Feeling sad that you cannot play your old PlayStation games on your brand new console for PlayStation 4? Cheer up! On Tuesday, PS4 maker Sony announced a new service that will enable owners of its latest console to play old PlayStation games called PlayStation Now. The service will be provided instant access to classic games for PS1, PS2, and PS3 across a wide range of devices, including the PlayStation 4, Vita, and mobile devices, and many Sony Bravia televisions. The announcement made in Las Vegas at the Consumer Electronics Trade Show comes little more than a year after Sony acquired the cloud gaming service Gainaca for $380 million in July 2012. Fueling the speculation, the company would create a streaming network for PS2 games and PS3 games and the Vita. The pushback towards compatibility serves to further differentiate the PS4 from gaming rival Xbox. Through Microsoft's Xbox 360 featured some backwards compatibility games for the original Xbox, and the company's latest console, Xbox One, features no backwards compatibility at all. But the thing is, it's not really considered backwards compatibility because it's going to be an online streaming service.
Right.
It's not like you're taking your old copies that you have sitting on your shelf and putting them in the PS4, and oh wow, I could play it. So I'm assuming you're going to have to pay for this service. So you're not going to be saving any real money. The Now Game streaming service will be offered through the subscription-based plans, and caused beta beginning in the U.S. at the end of January before the full rollout during the summer. Players can also choose and opt out of the subscriptions instead of choosing to rent games on a game-by-game basis. So you're getting backwards compatibility, they're supposedly saying, but the thing is you have to pay for it. It's not like you're going to be able to go on your shelf, pick out a Metal Gear Solid game that was for your PlayStation 1.
A couple years, yeah.
And pop it into your PS4. It's not going to happen that way. They're calling it backwards compatibility to try to say, oh, we're one up on the other guys. But to be honest, you're just paying for an extra service.
You're pretty much paying for GameFly. GameFly on demand, that's what it is. If you guys are playing NBA 2K14, there has been problems ever since the game has launched. Despite the patches that have gone through the game on a weekly basis, there are still issues going on, and they are going through and trying to fix it as much as they can. But if you guys know 2K games, especially online with their sports games, there's usually problems, and they're not going to be going away anytime soon. So I'm sorry to inform you guys.
Deadpool delisted from Steam update. High Moon Studios' action Beat 'em Up, based on the Marvel comic character Deadpool, has delisted from the online retailer Steam on December 31st, only 6 months after the game's initial launch. Both the game and its related downloadable content appear to have been removed from Steam's storefront. Only the trailer of the game, released May 20th, 2013, remains listed. Deadpool was recently promoted as one of the Steam holiday titles, which they offered for discount, and the game launched on June 25th for PlayStation 3, Windows PC, and Xbox 360. The console versions of the games are still available via retailers like GameStop. Licensed products have been known to be removed from the sale if listing agreements have been between the developer and the property owner have lapsed. So they're assuming that this is what happened. Activision's community manager, Dan Arment, confirmed via Twitter that Marvel Activision titles are no longer available for download, which is why many of the games were recently on sale. Deadpool X-Men Origins, X-Men Destiny, X-Men's official game, and Spider-Man Friend or Foe, Spider-Man Web of Shadows, and their related DLC have been removed from such digital stores because they're contract has been elapsed.
Yep.
So if you go look for that on Steam or XBLA or PSN Network, they're no longer available.
You better hope you bought it when the sale happened.
So, comic book news. Let's talk about comics.
Okay.
Yay! So, Marvel's to publish Star Wars comic books and graphic novels starting in 2015. Marvel has announced that they only hold on exclusive rights to Star Wars franchises starting in 2015. The Walt Disney Company acquired both Marvel and Entertainment and Lucasfilm, so only it makes sense that it would merge the two titles together to create a publishing company for Star Wars comics and graphic novels under the Marvel Comics label. Previously, at least since 1991, comic publisher Dark Horse held the rights to Star Wars, and even developing a book based on the original concept film. Dark Horse Comics published exceptional Star Wars comics books for the past 20 years, and is grateful and is extremely grateful for the partnership they had with Carl Roeder, director of Lucasfilm and Publishing, in 2015. The adventures of Luke, Han, Leia, and Chewbacca have made a lightspeed jump back to the Marvel universe. It is worth noting that Marvel Comics published the first comic book for Star Wars, called Star Wars No. 1, in 1977. The issue sold more than 1 million copies. Thus far, Marvel has noted the press release, a new arrangement with Walt Disney's company, Lucasfilm, marks a homecoming for the Star Wars universe in the comic books, which I actually own a retailer copy of that comic book. I found it at that Flint Dirt Fest.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
It has no barcode on it. It is strictly meant for retailers. So I have it bagged and boarded and tucked in my short box.
Very nice. I filled up my short box, and I still have a shit ton more comics. That is so sad.
I only filled 3/4 of mine.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I only collect specific things. I only collect, like, Batman Legends of the Dark Knight and Frank Miller comics, and the only other Marvel series I collected was Age of Ultron. You know, I mean, it's like I had a lot bigger comic book collection, but back in the day when my mom went all Bible thumper, she got rid of all my comics.
Burned them in the front yard.
Because I had 2 long boxes full of Punisher comics, X-Men comics, God, Batman. Because my grandfather used to drag us to these flea markets, especially that huge flea market that used to be down in Pontiac.
Yeah, that was a big warehouse that they had.
Yeah, he actually bought me my first 2 long boxes there as a birthday gift for me. And I used to sit there and read Punisher all the time. And my mom found them, was like, oh my God, and burnt them.
Satan. So I have Age of Ultron number 10, and I also have I had the original comic, and then they had a Australian release of Age of Ultron number 10. I had that as well. So if you want to read those, I know you picked up all the other ones when we were up at.
I'm only missing number 10.
Okay, I'll let you read it.
And I have your Harley Quinn number 0.
Oh, awesome! Thank you. Oh, I still have your the Death of the Family, a couple of your issues at the office.
Death in the Family?
Yeah, it's been sent on the printer for like 2 months, 3 months maybe.
Yet, but it's inconceivable that my BioShock games are over there just sitting somewhere randomly.
Jesus
Inconceivable,
Christ.
Right, Steven? Anyway.
As soon as we get done fucking recording, I will let you raid my fucking office, and you will not find them.
Too late, you had Zeus hide them.
Yeah, Zeus probably did eat them, yeah.
But anyway, Star Wars community to be streamlined. And necessarily Star Wars storylines found in comic books and books controlled by George Lucas is going to get a more uniform now. She has hired by Lucas Publishing in 2000 to create Holocron, the authoritative license and community database for all Star Wars products previously. And everyone knows in the Star Wars universe, a holocron is basically a Jedi storage device that holds vast amounts of knowledge. They're basically trying to take everything that the Star Wars universe has made and put it into a neat little database so everyone can view it, see what they have, and check it off their collectiveness.
I wonder if any man or woman in the world would fill every collectible ever made from Star Wars.
I watched a documentary that was on Netflix called Jedi Junkies, and they showed the creator of the Blair Witch Project's house and another guy that's just a regular Joe Schmo, and fucking Christ, they could give George Lucas a run for his money and what's in his warehouse.
Remember the one article we brought up a couple months ago about this guy opened up a Star Wars museum that you can go down there and take a look of all his collectibles that he's collected over the last 30 years?
Yep. This other guy, he's got to be a billionaire because he has a warehouse, a literal warehouse full of Star Wars toys that have never been opened, dating back all the way back to the 1977. Original Star Wars. And he has, not just one of each. He has a fleet, a squadron of each. He has, 30 fucking X-Wings from 1979, still mint in box. And it's dude.
You are going to cream your pants sitting next to me
talking
about this.
I want to know what your fucking day job is. How can you afford all this shit?
He owns a gas station.
Yeah, right.
He must.
Gas doesn't make any money. But anyway... enough of Star Wars. In Batman vs. Superman, Wonder Woman from Krypton.
What?
Have a seat, Wonder Woman fans. Everything you know about Dana, the Theophilus Amazonian origins.
The Double D Burnett.
The hottie from Down Under. Is about to change, on the silver screen at least. A very mild-mannered Man of Steel, spoilers to follow. Batman on Film, a site from the pretty strong inside sources, believes that the version of Wonder Woman played by Gal Gadot, the lady from Fast and Furious, in upcoming Batman vs. Superman will be a distant, ancient Kryptonians who attempted to set up an outpost on Earth thousands of years before the events of Man of Steel. So they're trying to change her origin story.
So they're making her the original savior, and then Superman is come down and...
No, if you watch... have you seen Man of Steel yet?
No.
Or if you watch it all. Basically, the Kryptonians have set out ancient outposts back when they were still explorers and scientists, and they weren't all worried about mining out their own planet for their own greed. They basically set remote outposts far-reaching the galaxies. And they were... Basically, Earth was one of them, back before Earth became civilized. It was like caveman days. Ooh, ooh, ugga, ugga, ugga. blah, blah, blah type deal. And Wonder Woman comes from that lineage. So basically, they're trying to turn her into a Krypton person, a Kryptonian.
Yeah, I was just going to say a Kryptonian, probably.
So, I don't know. I think everyone that's a Wonder Woman fan is about to just fucking go insane.
I wonder if Michael Bay has anything to do with the script. I would not be surprised if the Ninja Turtles suddenly appear in the movie.
April O'Neil walks in. I'm standing on planet Krypton that's about to explode. And here is 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, turtles with attitude. They love pizza and beating up this guy named Shredder. But anyway, also comic book news, Clone Wars is to finish out in comics. Ever since the Star Wars Clone Wars has abruptly canceled last March due to the purchase of Lucasfilm by Disney, everyone knows Star Wars The Clone Wars. It was an awesome TV show that was on Adult Swim, or not Adult Swim, but a Cartoon Network for going on almost 5 years. Actually, no, it was 6 years because they were on season 7 as soon as they ended. They're basically saying that it's now going to be turned into a comic book series because they do not want to continue on the animation, which I feel is a big letdown to the people that followed it for so many years. I'm happy that they're going to still continue the stories, because it'll be another comic book base for diehard fans, but it's going to be depressing for the people that actually loved watching the animation show, which I was one of them.
And it's also a hard thing because now these people that pay money a month for TV, now they're going to have to pay money a week or a month on top of their TV package or whatever, because they have to go and buy the comic to figure out what happens next.
But anyway, let's move on to geek news. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Geek news.
Michael Bay is in the news right now after his wonderful CES so-called meltdown in quotations. He was talking about this new Samsung TV Curve and how it is going to be having awesome displays with his new Transformer movie and all this bullshit. Well, I guess he thought of the TV Curve and something went wrong in his mind. He stuttered and he just couldn't really do a live performance. So he said in his blog, and he apologizes for what happened and says that he's a writer, he's a director, and he does not do live performances for a reason.
There wasn't enough explosions. He didn't feel at home. There wasn't someone exploding into like a wall or Transformers fighting behind him.
Yeah, fucking mech warriors.
He was out of his natural element. But anyway, Apple's rumored iWatch delays due to manufacturing issues. Screen technology, battery issues, and corruption shuffling may be the reasons for the delay release of Apple's expected iWatch. While the product development hit snags and reports from information points, these bumps are known as possible setbacks in the company's rumored smartwatch development. So, I guess Wozniak heard my threat a couple months ago. As I get off your fat ass and make us some iWatches. But yet he's doing a piss poor job of it.
He must be, because they're not coming out for obvious reasons. But I'm glad that they're not releasing them and they're taking care of the problem before they release them.
Yeah, but I'd love an iWatch.
You don't wear watches.
I know. I could wear it during like cons or fancy dinner parties or something like that. It's like, look at me, I'm fancy. I can answer my phone with my wrist.
I can only imagine and wonder if you can pull up porn on your watch and have it on your motion hand. Think about it, man. The possibilities are endless with this watch. I want one too now. Fuck it, I'm going to pre-order mine right now.
Order 5. Anyway.
That's right, just in case.
So everyone that is a external hard drive or computer nerd like me, I own like 5 Western Digital hard drives. Lacey, which is a hard drive I traded to Steve.
Yep, I
still think he got the better deal.
I have my old PC files on it.
Hands-on with Lacey's gorgeous Sphere hard drive is this first spherical hard drive that is 3.0 USB capable and can transfer 5 gigabytes per minute.
How much is that bad boy?
It can hold up to 1 terabyte.
No, I mean, like, how much is the price?
How much is the price? They're talking anywhere from $490.
Yep.
Which is not bad for a lazy drive.
Not bad for a lazy drive, but you can still get a terabyte out there for $100.
The only thing is, I don't see the point of the spherical hard drive. It's like, is there like a spherical shaped bag?
I think it's more of a decorative piece.
Or do you need to like throw it at someone's face in case of emergencies, like you need a weapon?
Maybe you can use it for bowling. Hey,
cannonball.
Yeah, cannonball.
You know, because you just got
we have fucking mounted cannons.
18th century cannon laying around in your living room.
And no shit, right?
And zombies attacking and shoot your lazy hard drive out. So, for you Netflix people out there, I know I'm one of them.
Same here.
Netflix is testing 2 new streaming options to help fill in the gaps between its current viewing plans. Some new members are being greeted with the option see below to spend $7 per month for single screen access or $10 a month to share content among 3 screens, be it available on a TV, smartphone, or tablet, including a console device.
I think it's about time that they've done this.
At Netflix, we are continuously testing new things. Not everyone will see this, and not everyone will be offered it because it is in beta testing. Current subscribers must stick to the 2-screen, 8-month, or 4-screen for 12-month arrangements. Those prices have been in place for more than 2 years since the company split into DVD by mail, and streaming services began charging $7.99 a month for each, or $15.98 for the package deal. Previously, the unlimited streaming plus plug-in DVD at a time, and $9.99 per month. Unsurprisingly, the price hike took a toll as 800,000 angry customers dropped their service in 2011. The backlash has since dissipated, and service regained its good standing, streaming for about 5 billion hours of content during the third quarter in 2013. Some of the original program access still under the belt of Netflix, returning to the attention of gathering new customers and testing modified plans. To be honest, last month, here's a statistic. Last month, Netflix ramped up its user interface for TV sets available via Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PS4. New Blu-ray players, now smart TVs, and Roku 3, intending to make an experience less grid-like and more personable. Which I've experienced this. They ask you, it's like, how did you like this film? You rate it,
right.
And there's like, here's some more titles that we might think you like, and then you can click. It's like, no, thank you, or it's like, I like this, and they'll put more titles in those genres, like sci-fi, TV, action, that is based off your likes and dislikes. So you get a better chance of finding something that you will like.
There's still a lot of 2-star and 1-star movies on Netflix. Let's not
there is. There's independent films.
Yeah.
But there's people out there that love watching nothing but independent films.
There is, yeah. It's Rochelle is one of them. She always tells me to watch these movies, and they're okay to a point, but I'm just like, 2 hours of my life is not going to come back. What did I do?
I've watched some stinkers, but the thing is, like, it's the experience. You know what I mean? It's like I like independent films because
they're on a budget.
They're on a budget, but the thing
somewhere.
is, they need to grasp your imagination quickly. They just can't throw a bunch of CGI and special effects at you because they can't afford to.
It's how movies actually used to be before all this shit really came out.
It's like before the podcast, I showed you like a clip from The Thing, for God's sakes, and you've never seen it. It's like a cult. It's not a cult classic, but it's like a horror film classic.
Yeah, I've never seen it. No.
Ugh. So anyway, according to Geekology, Mountain Dew and Cheetos combined in one heavenly match.
That's disgusting.
Mountain Dew flavored Cheetos in a cup. Thank you, Japanese people.
I'm sure they're going to have a Mountain Dew taco in Taco Bell pretty soon as well.
They're available in Japan for $3.50 a cup.
Why don't they just have Mountain Dew ramen noodle soup?
I'm pretty sure they do. Some crazy bastard over there has done it.
I'm sure they sell it in a vending machine in China and Japan next to the underwear vending machines.
Why do you always have to bring that up? Like
because I just find that fucking unreal and amazing that they have that.
The dirty underwear dispensers. It's like, if I go over there, I must try this.
I probably would buy a pair and just say, what the hell? Because it's something that you would never experience anywhere else. It's like when people from other countries come here, they try our candy, like a Reese's peanut butter cup or something, because they'd never seen it, they never heard of it, nothing like that, so they try it.
Now, here is a story, okay? Here's a story. North Carolina politician resigns via Klingon letter. Everyone knows Klingons are from the Star Trek universe. And David Wendell resigned from his post on the Indian Trail Council last Thursday by penning a letter written completely and entirely in Klingon. How anybody was able to read it, I don't know. He was resigning is beyond me. Wendell says he's opted out to use Klingon, the language of the warrior race, and Star Trek, the TV series and shows.
Fucking rock on, dude.
As an inside joke, Mayor Michael Averroes is calling the letter unprofessional. Ha ha ha! Mayor Michael Averroes is calling the letter unprofessional. He sounds like a real delight around. Do you know who did vote for him? One humorous one. But that is awesome. I mean, someone that's like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to write in Klingon and just swear at you the whole entire time.
And then someone's going to decode that. Some fan that knows Klingon, like the back of his hand, get it in hand, Klingon.
He called you a shofar. No, that's, my God, that's shofar for, douchebag. But anyway, different universe, different series.
Have you found this crazy that they have these laser keyboards out now?
No, they've had them out for like 8 years.
Well, I won't say 8 years. I know they've had them out for a while, but now they're really coming back.
This enforces your dirty panty fantasy.
No.
In China, Disney is selling princess underwear and bra sets. Belle, Cinderella, Aurora, and Rapunzel.
I thought we brought this up in a previous podcast.
Nope, this is new. Pretty new. $40 a set.
Oh no, it was something else. Comic book characters, or was it anime characters that they had their lingerie line?
No, it wasn't lingerie line. It was basically
was it?
Drawings and stuff like that, like
like
burlesque type drawings. But these are actual Disney princess underwear sets.
I wonder if they have my size.
We should send the link to Rochelle.
She would probably order some.
Yes, she would. Let's find... There you go. I will link it right now.
Enough with tech. Now we're on with movies.
Enough with boobs and messed up Asian people's moralities.
And vending machines with dirty diapers. We're going to go into death.
Into death?
The father, French Prince. Fresh.
Oh,
Prince
yeah, Uncle Phil died.
Yeah, James Avery passed away.
I miss Uncle Phil.
Missed Uncle.
Speaking of birthdays and people that should have died before Uncle Phil, Nicolas Cage turns 50 today.
I wonder if he got another hair plug. He
probably did.
Probably did.
And he's probably hoping he didn't destroy his movie career. But anyway, Jeremy Renner turns 43.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I'm giving out birthdays, but who cares? He's Hawkeye, for God's sakes, okay?
So Nate and I watched this interesting video about a missing woman, a 20-year-old missing woman or girl. I'm not going to go into the details of what was said. You guys can go and search it on your own. But let's just say that this reporter was fired for doing obscene gestures and saying horrible...
He would fuck her in her pussy. His words.
Okay, I wasn't going to say that on our podcast.
Sorry, guys, but, like, this guy is a douchebag, okay?
He got fired. I'm glad he got fired. I hope if he has, a reporter card, that they pulled his reporter card from him, and he'll never be on the air again.
Hold on. He could still get a job at TMZ.
Oh, yeah. He probably still can, but still a douchebag fucking move, and I would be pissed off if that was aired with, my kid that was lost.
The ladies, like, the in-lady, like...
She said sorry about the bad
She looked
edits.
mortified and apologizing at the same time.
I wouldn't know what to do.
That's actually surpassed the fucking, what's his name? The guy that, Bill O'Reilly, Where he was like, "Fuck it, we'll do it on there.
Fuck it, we'll do it live."
He's like swearing
piece
up
of
a
shit,
storm.
fucking thing. Throwing his pens and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, another F-bomb was dropped, I guess, in Detroit when they were covering the Winter Classic for the Red Wings and Toronto Maple Leafs, the game that they have, and they open up to...
yeah, I watched that. That was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I fucking love how they have it in the stadium. And they had it.
Honestly, all hockey games should be played outside.
They should. Yeah, most definitely.
It's wintertime. You should play outside.
They set a record, I believe, over 80,000, correct?
No, 100,000.
Oh, 100,000, because I know the Michigan Stadium is much bigger than any other fucking stadium out there for college, or what it seems like. But yeah, they set a record, and during the broadcast, before it happened, a reporter said, "What do you want me to fucking do?" As they were waiting, because they were on the air, and they were transferring over to the camera footage of the Winter Classic, and I guess these two guys were having a conversation, and the guy dropped that bomb and said, "What do you want me to fucking do?" And that was on Channel 4, I believe.
National television.
Gotta fucking love it. Go Detroit.
Yep, just shows moral character.
It sure does.
But anyway, Steve, what movies have you been looking at?
Oh, I really want to see... the new fucking Fast and Furious movie. I fell asleep.
I watched part of it with your dad. I already watched it, and your dad was like, "I want to watch a movie with someone, and Nate, you get to be my bitch." You're like, no.
I was awake when you came over.
It's like, I love your dad, but the thing is, he kept on spouting off like random facts about cars.
I know he will do that throughout the movie,
and it's like, you're worse than watching a movie with my brother. It's like, what happened now? Oh. Random fun fact. It's like, we're watching a movie in a theater, you rude bastard.
No, I love my father. He does not do that when we're in theaters watching movies, but when we're sitting at home, he will sit there. He won't pause the movie, but he'll say, "Well, back in 1968, that car does not have a."
He was like the fucking I Am Legend trivia facts they had on AMC.
Oh yeah, like the little things that pop up. Yes,
he's like that. He's the human equivalent of that. He'll pop up like fun, interesting facts. Like, well, that car has the same engine as that Super Bee. And I go like, I have no idea what you just said.
What is a carburetor?
But I'm gonna go take your word for it.
Specs on the rotary girder. I'm retarded.
Nintendo nut with the crankshaft and the flywheel.
Oh god, I love my father. So yeah, sorry I fell asleep on you guys watching the movie. I woke up and I was like, "Oh fuck, I need to get ready for work." I woke up at midnight.
Yeah, it was going on midnight, and I go, like, "Fuck it, I gotta be up in 3 hours. I'm going home." Have you seen the trailer yet for Ride Along with Kevin Hart and Ice Cube?
Yeah, I have. It looks intriguing to a point. I'm not a huge Kevin Hart fan.
Neither am I. I can't stand his brand of comedy. It's like, he's a great guy and all. It's just, I can't stand his brand of comedy. Ice Cube, I don't know. I kind of lost respect for him, like his street cred, when he did Are We There Yet? So we watched the trailer for Legend of Hercules earlier, and that movie looks terrible. I don't know, dude.
It looks like a Bat 300 spoof remake attempt at a Roman movie. I guess I'm just over it. I'm over that whole thing. I was really into the Roman and everything when when 300 came out. I had my thing going on, and now I'm just no.
So Wolf on Wall Street is getting a lot of bad reviews.
I'm not surprised. It's got Jonah Hill. I don't care for him.
Not as far as the actors go, but the story is in general. It seems like they're like.
It doesn't seem like there's a
They're
story.
glorifying the people that
have a shit ton of money?
No, that cheated the system and basically bankrupted Wall Street from insider trading and did those kickbacks and all this other crap. And
yeah, well, like I said, who have a shit ton of money because they fucking... I don't want to say
they cheated the system.
I don't want to say they corrupted the system.
They cheated the system.
They got money that people spent a lot of time in their stocks and hard-earned money. And
it's like a lot of these movies are remakes. You know what I mean? The Life of Walter Mitty is actually a remake.
Did not know that, but it's a movie that I could see Ben Stiller in again.
I don't know. It's just...
There's not much movies out there that I want to see, nor is there really any video games coming out in the next week or two.
Well, we're in the slow months of video games. You know what I mean? Slow months. We won't see a good AAA title come out until the
End of the first quarter.
End of the first quarter, like near E3. You know what I mean? We won't see it until then.
I know September is usually when it really, really starts to pick up for heavy titles, but we got a couple early releases coming up here in February. I'm excited for.
Me too.
What about that movie Big Ass Spider?
It looks stupid.
I just seen it on your screen, so I have no idea.
It looks terrible.
I'm sure it'll be on Netflix next month for independent film.
Netflix has Return of the Killer Tomatoes.
They have had that for the last 2 months, and I wanted to sit down and watch that.
Add it. I've seen it like a billion times.
I've never seen it, so I wanted to sit down and watch it.
Add it to your list and watch the Toxic Avenger and Toxic Avenger 2. Must see. And Toxic Avenger Part 3 and Surfer Nazis. You have to watch that as well.
If you guys want a really shitty movie to watch that's up on Nick's screen right now, go watch Gingerbread Man 3. It is fucking horrible. Was it like Sunday Night Cleaver edition or whatever it is? They're at the roller rink. Oh my god, that is a movie for the shithole
for anyone that's played
the dumpster fire,
played video games and watched Saturday morning cartoons. You have to watch the original Return of the Killer Tomatoes and Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, and then you could try to find the cartoon that they made, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Like, it's impossible to find, even on VHS. I think they only did like 2 seasons of it, and then it got scrapped. A Toxic Avenger, you could play the original NES game on the NES, and it is the most fucked up 80s movie you'll ever watch in your life. And like, there's lots of tits and sex and weird ass shit. It's like what you expect from the 80s. But the death scene for this kid is so ridiculous that you would not believe it in a million years. Like, he gets hit by a car, and then they back up and run his head over 1 billion times, and it explodes out like a watermelon. And it's just so fucked up, dude. Like, it is the funniest fucked up movie you'll ever watch in your life.
And this is before they had the really high-end CGI, so that was probably a watermelon that they were running over multiple times. It looked a lot
like it, filled with corn syrup and blood.
Corn syrup and blood?
Corn syrup blood.
Yeah, I think they would just try to take out the blood part. Podcast of the week?
Oh, yeah, podcast of the week. Thank you for reminding me.
So Nate goes and talks about the podcast of the week. I want to go and bring up what we are doing for this month's charity donations. So, Nate and I...
Feed the Fat Man?
No, we are not doing Feed the Fat Man.
Aww.
Again, sorry.
Oh, God, I just found a fucking... Bear City. As he comes to grips with his attraction to big, hairy men, cute cub Tyler struggles to find out his place within the tight-knit bear community.
Doesn't that sound like a thriller?
Wow.
Anyway,
okay.
So, donation of the month is going to be St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Nate and I have already donated our amounts. If you guys want to go ahead and donate, please visit our website, everydaygaming.society.com, or go to our facebook.com/everydaygaming.society, and you can find the donate button there. And please do let us know when you donate, because we will go ahead and give you a shout-out. And if you want to leave a little message, we'll go ahead and say your message too if it is appropriate. But yes, it is for the kids. And Nate and I went to Comic Explosion the other day, and I dumped over $120 on comics for the kids. So we're going to go make a drop to the local children's hospital whenever we get a chance to get both day off at a time, and spend some time up there and hand it off and do some book reading, and maybe read them a couple of issues of The Walking Dead that I picked up as well, and that poll.
So anyway, podcast of the week.
Okay, podcast of the week. Here it is.
The Kaiju Podcast.
How the fuck do you spell that?
Kaiju cast.
Okay, awesome.
One word.
What is a Kaiju cast about?
Anyone who's watched Pacific Rim knows what a kaiju is basically a genetically engineered monster from a different dimension. It is also a podcast about kaijus and monster films like Godzilla, Mothra, and they talk about anywhere from the music of these movies to the concept to the creation. It's basically anyone that loves monster film. The latest podcast was from the 31st of December, and hopefully they continue on. Just let them know that you listen and you like their podcast if you go ahead and listen to my recommendation.
So, is this going to end it for another week, Nate?
Yep.
After that that long intro, that great funny intro, I still can't believe we had Leo screaming like a little girl.
That's what it gets.
So fucking great.
Punishment's a bitch.
And you even said, no, have a screaming guy. I was like, no, this needs to be accurate.
You scream like a girl.
So, all right, guys. Nate said in the beginning of the intro for our opener, where to go if you want to contact us. Just go to EGS Productions at hotmail.com. If you want to send us a nice private message, and go ahead and please do so. We love to hear from our fans, and we'll go ahead and answer more questions next week if we get any in the inbox.
Yep.
All right, guys, we will talk to everybody next week.
Talk to you later. Bye.
See ya.
Boo.